Today's Bible English. New vocabulary: approval, dungeon, endurance, especially, mention, mock, oppress, prize, prophet, prostitute, quenchy, resurrection, shameful, struggle, terrible, torture, weary, wait. Hebrew verse, chapter 11, verse 31. It was by faith that Rahab the prostitute did not die with all the others in her city who refused to obey God. For she had given a friendly welcome to the spies, where, how much more do I need to say? It would take too long to recount the stories of the faith of Gideon, Barak, Samson, and Rahab, David, Samuel, and all the prophets. By faith, these people overthrew kingdom, ruled with justice, and received what God has promised them. They shut the mouth of lions, quenched the flame of fire, and escaped death by the edge of the sword. Their weakness was turned to strength. They became strong in battle and put whole armies to fight. Women received their loved one back again from death, but others trusted God and were tortured, preparing to die rather than turn from God and be free. They placed their hope in the resurrection to a better life. Some are mocked and their back were cut open with whips. Others were chained in dungeon. Some died by stoning, and some were sawed in half. Others were killed with the sword. Some went about in skins of sheep and goats, and hungry and oppressed and mistreated. They were too good for this world. They wandered over desert and mountain, hiding in the cave and the hole in the ground. All of these peoples we have mentioned received God's approval because of their faith. Yet none of them received all that God has promised, for God has far better things in mind for us that would also benefit them, for they can't receive the prize at the end of the race until we finish the race. Therefore, since we are surrounded by such a huge crowd of witnesses of the life of faith, let us strip off every weight that shows us down, especially the sin that so easily hindered our progress, and let us learn with endurance the faith that God has set before us. We do this by keeping our eyes on Jesus, on whom our faith depends from start to finish. We was willing to die a shameful death on the cross because of the joy he knew would be his afterward. Now he is sitting in the place of the highest honor, besides God's throne in heaven. Think about all the endured when simple people did such terrible things to him, so that we don't become weary, give up. After all, we have not yet given your lives in your struggle against sin.